On the 27th day after I left, 4-year-old Stella was kicked out by the landlord. She stumbled down the street, trying to find the father she had never even met. But 5 years ago, I divorced Ethan.
I'll have my own children. Get out as soon as you can.
Mom is dead, and this poor little girl is searching for her father all alone.
Stella, your mom hasn't come back for 27 days, and the rent's been unpaid for 3 weeks. I can't keep you here anymore.
Mommy just went to buy blueberry pie. She said she'd be right back.
That was 27 days ago.
Don't kick her out! She's only 4!
Bear, we can't cry. If Mommy comes back, she won't be able to find us. Bear won't eat yet. We have to save it for Mommy.
Baby, eat it yourself. Mommy isn't hungry.
Ethan Whitmore. If Mommy doesn't come back for a long time, I should find the owner of the North Star.
No, Stella, don't go looking for him. He won't believe you.
Mommy might be lost. We'll go find Daddy, and Daddy will bring us back to get Mommy.
Mommy isn't lost. Mommy is right here.
Can this bus go to New York?
Kid, where are your parents?
I'm going to find my daddy. Daddy will know Mommy. Daddy will save Mommy.
I was wrong. I shouldn't have left his name for you.
Mommy, wait for me. I'll bring Daddy back.
But he was the one who pushed us into hell.
Hey, watch the kid!
Stella won't cry. Stella has to find Daddy.
You can cry, baby. You're only 4.
Sweetheart, I'll take you to find your mommy.
Mommy said I can't go with strangers.
Stop making a fuss. My car is over there.
No! Daddy, I found you.
Mr. Whitford, she looks like Sarah.
Don't say it.
I don't know her. Daddy, don't let her take me away.
Let her go. Or wait for the police. Who gave you that necklace?
Mommy. Daddy.
Don't call me that. What's your name?
Stella Bennett.
Bennett. As in Sarah Bennett? Of course. She really planned this perfectly.
You know Mommy? She disappeared after going to buy pie. Can you help me find her?
Your mom is best at disappearing and best at playing innocent.
Mommy doesn't lie.
5 years, and he still doesn't believe me.
Ethan, why does she look so much like Sarah?
Do you know Mommy too?
She's trouble Sarah dumped on me.
Ethan!
Tell Sarah Bennett she has 3 days. If she shows up within 3 days, she can take her child away.
What happens after 3 days?
I'll call CPS.
Mommy didn't abandon me.
She's only 4. You can't use her to force Sarah.
Her mother left her on the street first. The DNA test will be back soon, maybe— Enough! In 3 days, if your mother doesn't show up, you're going to foster care.
Is that for kids whose parents don't want them? Mommy didn't abandon me.
Does it hurt?
No. If I say it hurts, Mommy will be sad.
Your mommy loves you very much, doesn't she?
Mommy makes star cookies and sings the North Star song.
Mommy can't make them for you anymore.
If I fall asleep, what if Mommy comes back and can't find me?
I'll tell her Stella was very brave.
I don't want to be brave. I want Mommy. Daddy, find Mom.
can eat a little more.
Will Mr. Whittham be angry if I eat too much? Mommy said I shouldn't trouble anyone.
What a beautiful little girl. You're Stella? How sweet. Vanessa. Is she Sarah's
A
child?
problem Sarah left behind.
Mommy didn't leave me behind.
If Sarah can't be reached, perhaps a children's shelter would be more professional. Stay away from her. I'm only trying to help. You said that 5 years ago, too. You said you were only helping Ethan see Sarah clearly.
Emma.
Mommy, Mr. Whitmers doesn't want to find you, but Stella won't give up.
You don't have a home anymore, baby? Look into Stella Bennett and Sarah Bennett's records from the past 5 years.
What if the child really is Ethan's?
Then that child shouldn't be here. That night, I finally understood. Vanessa's hand had already reached my daughter.
27 leads came in last night. Most of them are chasing the reward. Check everyone. If Sarah is really in trouble...
She's best at making people think she is.
3 days. If she doesn't show up, I'll call CPS.
I saw Sarah! She ran off with a man! You said there would be money!
She saw Mommy?
Don't listen.
Get out! Lie about Sarah again, and I'll make sure you can't stay in New York.
Mommy didn't abandon me.
Then why hasn't she shown up?
She must be lost.
Tomorrow, I'll call CPS.
Ethan!
Thank you for taking care of me, Mr. Whitford.
What did you call me?
My daddy wouldn't throw me away.
You think you're forcing Sarah, but the one you're hurting is Stella.
You made her afraid to call you Daddy.
They're sending her to CPS tomorrow, right? Mr. Whitfield won't admit anything. Who'd dare to get involved?
If I go into foster care, I'll never find Mama.
Don't do anything stupid!
Stella, what's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't! You know you're allergic. Stella!
Call a doctor! Now!
Sir, it's shellfish soup.
Who let her touch this? I said no shellfish in this house!
It was me.
She didn't want to eat it. She wanted to escape.
Your child has a shellfish allergy, and you, her father, didn't know? It could be fatal.
Mommy, wait for me. Nathan, Reed.
Hello? Stella? Where are you?
You said you were looking for me, but you're calling Nathan Reed?
Give it back! I need to find Daddy to save Mommy! Nathan's gonna help me find Mommy!
So you're just like your mother? You've been lying to me this whole time?
Mommy doesn't lie! Something happened to her! I need someone to save her!
Ethan Whitford, Stella isn't lying to you, and Sarah never lied to you either. Turn on the news. Seattle Local, right now. Seattle police have confirmed that the female remains discovered 3 weeks ago in Ravenville Woods have been identified as missing person Sarah Bennett. The case is now being investigated as a homicide.
That's Mommy's name.
No, Sarah.
So they've already found me.
Aunt Emma, when is Mommy coming to get me?
Stella.
Go find Mommy! You're supposed to be Daddy, right? Make her come back!
Mommy can't come back, baby.
She's dead. Are you happy now?
Sarah is dead. Identity's been confirmed through dental records and DNA. Are you sure you want to go in?
Yes.
Don't let Stella see.
You've always wanted me to show up, haven't you? Well, I'm right in there.
Sarah.
I wasn't hiding from you. I wasn't lying. I was just dead.
Should have hidden yourself a little better.
Who are you?
My daughter's still waiting for me! Please, let me go back!
All I could think about that day was, Stella hasn't had dinner yet. She's scared of the dark. She'll wait for me.
Now you feel bad. Who are you putting on this show for?
Didn't you love her? Why'd you let her carry your child?
My child? Stella isn't yours? Ethan Whitmore, you are so pathetic. Stella has been your daughter this whole time. From day one.
That line. You're way too late.
Explain everything clearly. Do you want to hear that Sarah never loved me? Or that you drove your pregnant wife away with your own hands? I saw you two in that hotel room with my own eyes that night. What you saw was exactly what I wanted you to see.
I tried to explain, but you wouldn't listen.
Play this part with me, and the reeds will say Whitmore.
You promised you wouldn't actually hurt Ethan.
I just wanted to make you see whether he trusts you or not.
He'll believe me.
Explain why you were in Nathan Reed's bed.
I wasn't! I only went there to get funding from the Reeds for the Whitmore group.
So you sold yourself for money?
How could you think that of me? I'm pregnant! The baby's yours!
Enough! That so-called betrayal was just a deceptive camera angle. She knelt down begging you to listen back then. Did you believe her? Why didn't she tell me the kid was mine? She did. Did you ever listen?
I talked until my throat went raw.
Stella's 4 years old. Do the math. Before she was born, Sarah only had you. Stella is my daughter? Finally asked the right question.
Daddy, find Mom.
Now you know who she is, but she stopped waiting for you a long time ago.
Sir, I've arranged the expedited DNA test. We'll get the results as early as today. Run the test.
Ethan, I have something to tell you. We're having a baby. Ethan, I hate to say this, but you deserve the truth. It's not what it looks like. Nathan only handed me the investment papers from the Reeds.
So you traded your body for funding?
How could you doubt me like this? The baby is yours!
Get rid of it.
Baby, Mommy will never leave you. I lost my husband that day, but I couldn't lose my child too.
The expedited DNA results will be ready soon.
Now you don't even dare to look at her.
Sir, the results are in. Stella Bennett is your biological daughter.
She always was. You just never chose to believe it.
Stella,
Mr. Whitmore, where's Mommy? Why are you both crying? Is Mommy leaving me?
Sarah, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I truly had no idea.
It's not that you didn't know. You just refused to believe.
Mom is gone. Stella?
If the North Star can't lead me to Mommy, I don't want it anymore.
As of today, Stella is my daughter. This is her home too.
I want to go back to Mommy's room.
This place has everything, except the person she longs for.
Which one do you like? Daddy can...
Mr. White 4, Daddy would go find Mommy. You won't.
She is showing clear trauma responses. Do not pressure her to call you father, and do not try to replace companionship with gifts.
Then what can I do?
Stay consistently present, even if she does not need you for now.
Will you walk away this time too? Sarah left this for Stella. She once said if she ever came home late one day, Stella could play it.
If one day I'm late, look at the North Star.
My little Stella, North Star never leaves. Mommy may be late, but my love won't be.
Mommy, why aren't you coming back?
Don't hate Daddy. Once, he saved Mommy from the darkest place.
Sarah never spoke ill of you in front of Stella, not until the day she died.
Yet I let her die all alone out there.
She is not the kind of person who would abandon her child. Not 5 years ago and not before she died.
What was she hiding from in her last month? We found records that Sarah repeatedly evaded vehicles belonging to the Blake Foundation before her death. Vanessa?
So she'd already found me long ago.
Investigate her. Everything.
Ethan, stay quiet. The company cannot be dragged down by a dead woman.
She was my wife. The source points to media accounts on Blake's side.
Mr. Wiltmore, was Sarah Bennett a liar? Was Stella a tool she used to blackmail you?
Sarah Bennett was no liar. Stella is my daughter. Anyone who insults them again will face full legal consequences.
Ethan publicly acknowledged that child.
Poor Ethan. Grief makes people irrational. Clean up all records related to Seattle from 5 years ago.
Sarah, why won't you just disappear?
It's her.
Sir, this is the audio recorded in the last hour of Sarah's life.
Vanessa, please let my daughter go.
As long as you're alive, Ethan will remember you.
Voice match is high, but we still need evidence from the scene. Keep digging.
This car later headed towards Ravenota Woods.
That day, I thought if I ran far enough, Stella would be safe.
Whitmore's people found the car.
Then give them something else to deal with.
Sarah's child.
Children have accidents so easily. Stella, don't be scared. Your mommy and I were friends.
Mommy doesn't like you.
That's because your mommy lied to you.
Don't touch me!
Stay away from Stella.
Ethan, I was only trying to comfort Stella.
Stella, I'm here.
Ethan finally stood in front of Stella, but Stella no longer knew how to trust anyone.
Freeze every partnership. Activate the legal team. Vanessa cannot come within 10 meters of Stella ever again. That means officially tearing things apart with the Blake family. The moment Vanessa touched Stella, things were already torn apart. No.
Ethan thinks he can protect that child.
What are you going to do?
Then make the little girl disappear.
What are you doing?
Star-shaped cookies. Sarah used to make them for Stella.
She likes blueberry, not chocolate. Ethan!
I can make them again.
Mommy never burned herself.
You don't have to eat them. I just wanted to leave them here.
He finally learned how to wait.
Mommy, Stella is being good. Don't go.
Stella? Stella, stop, okay?
Don't go down there, baby.
I'm going to Seattle. Mommy's still waiting for me. Don't send me to CPS! I'll be good. I won't eat much.
You weren't abandoned. I was the one who lost you both.
Sleepwalking and panic attacks are both linked to trauma. She needs long-term, stable companionship and must not experience any more loss of control.
I'll suspend all my work.
It's not just a one-day pause. It's about letting her know consistently that you won't leave.
The raw footage from the tell 5 years ago, I owe Sarah the truth. You owe her far more than that. I know.
She never stepped deeper into the room, never touched me. The so-called betrayal was nothing but a misleading angle Vanessa cropped from the footage.
Then why did you force her to go along with it? I wanted her to see that you didn't deserve her love.
I thought if Ethan stopped trusting her, she'd finally turn to me. But I had no idea I was pushing her into an even deeper abyss.
You destroyed her!
I'm guilty. But you were the one who sentenced her to death, your own hands.
Everyone who loved me hurt me in the name of love.
Sir, the timestamp is 10 minutes before the photo was sent to you. Vanessa has been part of this since 5 years ago. Sarah didn't die in a single murder. She was driven to death step by step, starting 5 years ago.
Turn this over to the police.
Ethan, don't respond. Acknowledging them will only drag the company down. Sarah is not just some her. She is my wife. Reporters are already downstairs. Then let them hear it loud and clear.
Mr. Whitemore, did Sarah Bennett use her child to blackmail you?
Sarah Bennett is my legal wife. Stella Bennett is my biological daughter. 5 years ago, I wronged Sarah. She never betrayed me. It was I who failed to protect her. I owe Sarah an apology, and I owe my daughter an apology too.
Stella, he's clearing your mother's name.
Can Mommy hear me?
I hear you,
but it's too late.
Then is the Blake family involved in Sarah Bennett's death?
If they are involved, I will personally hand all the evidence over to the prosecution.
Happy birthday, Stella.
Will Mommy forget my birthday?
I would never forget. Mommy just can't come back.
We recovered part of Sarah's old phone. There's a scheduled birthday recording.
Happy birthday to you, my Stella. When Mommy comes home, I'll bring blueberry pie.
Mommy, I didn't eat the pie. I waited for you to come back so we could share it.
Happy birthday to you.
Sir, there's one more video. She never got to send it.
If something happens to me, please protect Stella.
Stella? The doctor switched rooms. I'll take you there. Your mom asked me to look after you.
Aunt Emma!
Draw the star, Stella.
Which one? License plate blocked, but there's something on the window. A star.
She's leaving us a trail. Stella, I'm here. I'm here.
Mom heard me, right?
She heard you. I know she did.
Mommy, don't go. Stella found the star.
I'm sorry. Daddy came too late.
Stella, Mommy, I'm so sorry. I love you so much.
If I could trade places, I would.
But the dead can't replace the living. She needs someone who stays.
Stella?
Can Mommy hear me?
She hears you. Every time you think of her, she hears you.
Mommy hears you.
The kidnapper was paid. Source links back to Blake Foundation. She won't touch Stella again. Not while I'm alive. The Blake Foundation sent the money in 3 separate payments. It ended up with the people tied to Sarah's murder and the fake nurse.
With the surveillance footage and the recordings, we have enough to ask for an arrest warrant.
Send it all to the DA.
The truth was finally speaking for me. I just wasn't there to say it myself.
We've got the money trail, the vehicle records, the recordings, and the attempted kidnapping. That's enough for us to seek an arrest warrant.
I don't want her anywhere near Stella again.
Mr. Whitford, let us take it from here.
They're reviewing the records. You should leave the city tonight.
Ethan thinks this means he won. He still can't change what happened.
Vanessa Blake, you're under arrest for murder, arranging a kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. Come with us.
Ethan, you'll regret this.
The foundation owns dozens of cars. How am I supposed to remember where every single one was?
Ethan, are you back there?
Why did you kill Sarah?
Because as long as she was alive, some part of you would always belong to her.
She spent 5 years hiding with my daughter, and you still couldn't leave her alone?
If you hadn't turned on her first, I never would have won. She's right. Vanessa held the knife, but you were the one who pushed me in front of it.
Vanessa's lawyer is trying to get some of the evidence thrown out. They say we can't fully verify where the recording came from. Then find what we're missing. I want nowhere left for her to run.
If we can make the jury believe Sarah had a reason to extort you, they'll start doubting everything else.
Then let the whole world hear what kind of woman Sarah really was. The dead don't get to defend themselves.
Sarah Bennett had an inappropriate relationship with Nathan Reed and repeatedly had access to Whitmore funds. She was not an innocent victim.
Were the hotel photos from 5 years ago real?
The photos were real. The betrayal was not. I pressured Sarah into helping with the business negotiation, and I told her to trust that Ethan would believe her. So you lied too?
Yes, I did. I was guilty. Sarah wasn't.
Her letters was about Stella's formula, the rent, and her medical records. Not one of them was blackmail.
If something happens to me, please protect Stella. Vanessa keeps looking for us.
Sarah, did you really think I wouldn't find you in Seattle?
Vanessa Blake, on charges related to murder, conspiracy to kidnap, and obstruction of justice. Guilty on all counts.
So you won? She's still dead.
The Blake family has officially cut ties with her. That has nothing to do with Sarah anymore.
The bad person got caught? Does that mean Mommy's coming back?
Justice came too late. It can't bring my child back into my arms.
Sarah, I put the killer away, but I still can't bring you back. I kept all of this, but I still lost you.
Ethan, open the door. Stella already lost her mother. Are you really going to make her lose her dather too? Come! Are you planning to die in here? What about Stella?
I'm sorry. I'll stay alive.
She was willing to wear the star again, but she still wasn't ready to walk back to him.
You could sit up front.
She didn't invite me.
He finally learned not to force his way in.
She applied to business school. Her grades are excellent.
She's always been excellent. I'm the one who doesn't deserve to be close to her.
Mom, I'm doing okay. I don't wait for anyone to come save me anymore. My little star is all grown up.
Stella, he may not have much time left.
I'm coming right now.
You came.
The board's got paperwork for me to sign.
Mr. Whitmore named you the heir to the group.
Company matters go through standard procedures. Give me private files alone.
This is from Mr. Ethan. He said you don't have to read it. Stella, I don't deserve your forgiveness. You don't have to call me father either. My only wish is to be buried near Sarah when I die, so I can atone for my sins to her from afar.
Which side is Sarah's grave on?
Tell your mom I'm sorry.
You can tell them yourself. His will states he wants to be buried next to Sarah.
Mom spent ages waiting for him. There's no need for her to wait anymore. Do you hate him? I hated him once. Later I came to see that to hate someone is to keep waiting for them still.
Dad, don't keep Mom waiting for you forever. Mom, I'm done waiting for you. My little star, Mommy's finally found you.
Mom, I stopped waiting, but I know you found me.